Hi everybody, I thought I'd share this with you. These are some mini orchids that I bought that were reduced, and you can see bloomless. So these are wire baskets, just like that. I lined it with Coco fiber, and this has grown since it was in there, but it was sticking outside the basket. So I stuck it back in and I bumped the tip, so the tip's broken, but it'll branch out. I don't know whether you can see down in there, but it's still in its moss that it was in originally. Then I put bark along the outside, and it's the same for both of them. This one hasn't started growing a new leaf, but there it is. And they're pretty in that basket. Maybe it is grown. No, that's just a shadow. But this one has a new leaf. I don't know why it's showing up all those colors. I guess it does have a ring around the outside. But notice one is round and one is more strap-like. So that's one of them. And I can't wait till it blooms. Here's another one in the heart-shaped. But these got a little dry this time. So the leaves are wrinkled because it was like the third Sunday between waterings. But look at that. It's getting a new root there. And I think I see one over here. Right there. Whoops. See that one? Right there. It's getting a new growing tip. And my son bought some firewood, and it had this bark with moss growing on. So I pulled it apart the best I could, and I've been putting them in with my plants. And you can see this one has a new leaf since I got it. But I kept it in its moss, but pulled it apart and loosened it up. And so it'll be interesting to see. And it's going to lose that leaf. But there are mobile nutrients in that leaf. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are mobile nutrients, and I think iron is a mobile nutrient. Is that that same root or is that a different one? Can't tell. Anyhow, back to mobile nutrients. Calcium is not a mobile nutrient, so that's one of the reasons why plants become calcium deficient and needed to be added. I use Cal Mag in my water, and that is chelated with iron to help the calcium be absorbed. The calcium in our water cannot be absorbed very easily because there's a couple different kinds of calcium. If you want to find out more about that, go to Rick's Orchids and look up his video on calcium and magnesium. And do you still need to use Epsom salts? And his answer is yes. So that basket is black, flared out. This basket isn't as flared out. Same thick. Lined all three of them with cocoa fiber. Look at that root. I just love how they get these little tips. And they feel so much like skin. They're beautiful. And this leaf has a little bit of a crinkle in it. Now let's see, there's another root. And these are aerial roots. There's more roots down inside the pot. This one maybe has been calcium deficient for a long time, because I think what I just watched on Rick's orchid site is this is a sign of calcium deficiency when the leaves are like that. So here's the other one. And there's a long root. I don't think, whoops, getting in the way of the light. I don't know whether it has a growing tip or not. Looks like it might be. Watch me break it off. I can't. Oh, no wonder I can't find the growing tip. Here it is, way out here. And if you have orchids, you know what I mean. These just feel so soft. And this one's doing a little poorly too. Crinkles in the leaves. Also, if it's growing season, orchids need more nitrogen than they need the other ingredients. But I mix it up and I don't say these aren't blooming. These don't have spikes. That one has a spike, but I don't see any growth on it. Anyhow, where was I? Oh my gosh. They need more nitrogen in the growing season so they can grow the leaves and they can grow the roots. And then when they are blooming, supposedly they need more of the middle number. That's why you'll see things say more blooms on the fertilizer pack. But an article Todd posted on Todd's Orchids was about rose bushes, and they said there was no difference in the bloom size or the bloom amount. And I just noticed. Sorry, Todd, I got away from you. Look, that's spiking. That's exciting. And look over here. That's a spike too. So these little guys are going to bloom. So, the article Todd posted said that middle number being higher doesn't make any difference. But the overall health of a plant, especially tomatoes so they don't get blossom end rot, the last number needs to be higher. Also, they need calcium to keep from blossom end rot or splitting. I just love these little guys. And these were rescues, so to speak, at Lowe's because they were $3 each. So this is $15 worth of orchids, and I just love that shiny new leaf. Usually, orchids do not produce a new leaf and a spike at the same time. They do one or the other. But maybe because these guys were outside for the summer and the weather's gotten colder. In fact, my house got down to 64 sometimes at night. These guys can take it as low as 60. I don't know what happens if it's 60 all the time. And because of all the plants I have in my house, the humidity's high. I don't cut the spikes off. Rick said, leave them die back. If the plant needs the nutrients that are stored in that spike, it will eat the spike, so to speak, and take all the mobile nutrients out of the spike that it's stored there to be able to bloom. And this is what happens if you don't cut off the spike. Then when it wants to set blooms, it's already produced this spike, and this could end up at every joint getting a spike, in addition to spikes on the plant. So both of these are going to bloom on old spikes. Some people think that it takes away, you can see my foot here, and the price tag here. That was what the price tag was on at the thrift store. These were thrift store buys. Well, everybody, I love you guys, and I'm trying to do a video every day about a plant or a genus so that there's more communication. Things haven't been good lately. I got to get the Christmas tree up. I still don't even have all the plants in from the garage. But those are my gardenia trees, all 5 of them, so they can take a little cold. If you're new to my channel, thank you for coming and watching my video. And please subscribe. And that way you can see more videos. I have lots of houseplants in addition to my orchids. I've only been growing orchids for a year now. So, if you're one of my subscribers, welcome back. I appreciate each and every one of you. And no matter whether you're a subscriber or a newbie, could you please leave me a comment and let me know you visited? Because that's what I love to do, is read the comments people have left. The suggestions. I learn something all the time from the comments on my channel or somebody else's. So, God bless you, God bless your family, God bless your friends, God bless your pets, and God bless your plants. Until the next time, goodbye everybody.